Hey everybody, Shama32 here. Welcome to the channel. We're here today to react to the third episode of season 4 of Blackadder. This one is entitled Major Star. Now, before we get started, if I'm talking strange or my face seems a little bit weird around here or anything like that, or through the reaction I'm looking like I'm in pain, it's because I am. I'm in a lot of pain around here. It's a bit dulled due to painkillers and stuff like that. But yesterday I had the dentist. I thought I was only having 2 teeth removed. I had 3. And I won't go into too much details because I know a lot of people don't like dentists. But what tooth I've had 2 that side, including then I see 1 further back. That one don't really matter so much. But 1 there, 1 there. They were the 2 teeth I clenched on. That one there required 3 times as much anesthetic as that one. And it's still excruciatingly painful. And I've already pushed back Turn Washington Spies another week because of that. Because there ain't no way I can do it hour long. I was thinking of doing it before that yesterday. Anxiety was too bad. Couldn't do it. Thought about maybe I could do it today if I was feeling well enough. Don't think I could sit for an hour of that, especially with season 4 turn, American Civil War. Too much tension. Too much tension. This is a comedy. I know it's World War II, or is it World War I? My head is not working. Painkillers. I'm allowed to not think. It's a comedy. It's a little bit more relaxed, you know? And this morning I was like, okay, I'm hurting. Talking makes it hurt less. Don't ask me why, but it makes it hurt less. I am a bit numb around there. So I might sound a bit weird. Apologies. But it hurts less when my mouth's moving a little bit. But apologies if it's a bit weird today. But yeah, it's so weird, especially around there. That's the worst. But with how that was feeling, again, not going to go into details, I'm pretty sure that tooth there was the cause of the jaw pain I've been having. So hopefully now that one's gone, that jaw pain will be at least less. I've still got a few weeks of stuff being done, but hopefully now that tooth's gone, things will be a lot better. Anyway, I'm actually currently in the middle of editing because I'm about way behind on editing for Patreon. And Patreon's meant to be 2 weeks ahead of YouTube. It's currently only 1 week ahead because I've got that far behind on things because of multiple different factors, including dental pain and all that kind of crap. Yeah, I'm in the middle of editing last week's episode, which is, in a way, it's keeping it fresh in my head for this. But I'm editing it. I'm like, I think I have watched it before, or at least it was in the background whilst my mum. I'm not even sure if I actually properly sat down watched it, but I think it was more of my mum was watching it whilst I was doing something else kind of feeling, you know. But the belts off, trousers down thing, my mum quotes it all the time, and then I think subsequently I've quoted it, or I've done it when I've done row, row, row your boat kind of thing. Like that's an automatic thing. I've got to do that kind of bit. I almost said penguin. Again, I can't talk properly, so oh, that hurt. Just doing that noise then, that hurt. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Ah. The pigeon. I wanted to say parrot then. It's penguin, and my head wanted to say penguin or parrot. Pigeon. Ah. It literally says pigeon on my screen right now. So I've got the top 3 on my top 3 episodes on my screen because I'm on itv.com. But the pigeon felt familiar. That kind of thing felt familiar. But oh god, it is a funny episode. So funny. And the firing squad felt familiar. The guy from Whose Line, love him. And like, I can remember when he was in it before. He was a prison guard or something like that, wasn't he? I can't remember exactly what. Again, I'm blaming my head at the moment. I knew he was in it again as like a army. I'm pretty sure he was in this season. Like I could remember a vague image of him. And Paranoia. I call him Paranoia because of Red Dwarf. I don't know the actor's name. I don't know the comedian's name. But it was brilliant. And it's just... This is the most iconic, I think the most beloved. See, all of Blackadder's beloved. But I think this is the most, like, iconic season because I think because of the last scene. And because it's the war and things like that. But I feel weird because it's the last season. It's the last season. Obviously, you got the special as well. And I'm feeling really weird. Apologies. I didn't realize I was going to feel this weird. My head's just like... Bleh. Hopefully, once I get into the episode, I'll feel better. Apologies if this is a really bizarre reaction. I'm hoping watching the episode with the subtitles was going to make me feel better. I need to watch something to perk me up, you know? I'm feeling very dazed. Like, I do feel like I'm a bit like hamster cheek there. I'm glad the dentist did say I might get a bit swollen and bruised. That's going to be fun. Yeah, anyway. It's a fun, like, I don't get how Melchett... Like, I know it's a comedy, I'm taking it too seriously, blah, blah, blah. How was Melchett allowed to be part of that trial? How? Like, I know he's in charge. Still. You need a bit too involved. But, stuff it. Who's gonna, like, disagree with Melchett, you know? Anyway, I want to watch more Blackadder. I'm hoping it'll make me feel better. I'm hoping I'll forget about this feeling here. Because I really do feel like I'm hamster cheek. I feel better than yesterday because I felt like I was like... Bleh. I wasn't apparently, but I felt like it. Anyway, we're going to get going to Blackadder. Apologies if I'm wiping my mouth a lot because I feel a bit swollen. I feel like I'm going to dribble, especially if I drink. I got to be careful when I drink. And because of my lips, I'm going to be wiping my mouth every time I drink. And if I sneeze, I'll probably swear because it will fucking hurt. Anyway. Also, glasses. That kind of thing. If it freezes, 10 seconds before, I'll put a warning. And 10 seconds... I'm going to stumble words over my words more than I usually do. Fucking hell. I'll put 10-second warning for when I freeze and a 10-second warning for when I restart. There. This is going to be fun. I might have to postpone Ghosts and Cowboy Bebop, or at least for today. I don't know. Anyway, let's get going. Let's try and do this. Anyway, if you enjoyed this reaction, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Give the notification bell a tick, you know, when the next episode goes live. Let's get going with the reaction in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. That makes me laugh every time where he walks across the front. I'm so paranoid about how my words are going to stumble because I kept stumbling like crazy. Right. Oh, boy. But I'm hoping because I've got something to focus on, I should be all right because I was having to think off the top of my head during that introduction. I think it was a bit more difficult for me. But because of this, I've got something to talk about, focus on. It should be easier. That's my hope anyway. Is he polishing his cricket bat?
You're a bit cheesed off, sir.
George, the day this war began, I was cheesed off.
I think everybody was.
Well, because if you are cheesed off, sir, you know what would cheer you up? And that's a Charlie Chaplin film.
Oh, absolutely.
I love old Chappers. Don't you, Cap?
Unfortunately, no, I don't. I find his films about as funny as getting an arrow through the neck.
I think there's a right charm to them, even nowadays, you know? They're so inventive.
Oh, sir, he's as funny as a vegetable that's grown into a rude and amusing shape, sir.
So you agree with me? Not at all funny.
We know Baldrick finds that funny, though, don't we?
Did you find that funny, Baldrick?
What funny, sir?
He has got a Chaplin-like haircut, hasn't he?
And you mustn't do that to me, sir, because that is a bourgeois act of repression, sir.
Excuse me?
There's something afoot in the wind. The huddled masses yearning to be free.
Okay, what's he been on?
Ulrich, have you been to the diesel oil again?
Quite possibly by the sound of
Sir,
it.
I've been supping the milk of freedom. Already our Russian comrades are poised on the brink of revolution. And here too, sir, the huddled lost names, such as myself, sir, are ready to throw off the hated oppressors like you and the lieutenant. Present company accepted, sir. Yes, sir, right away, sir.
It's because he's part of the great British music hall tradition.
Oh, yes, the great British music hall tradition.
Okay. That's right. I haven't seen the film Chaplin in years. Love that film. I love that film Chaplin with Robert Downey Jr. Should have won the Oscar for that.
The Russian Revolution have started. The masses have risen up and shot all their knobs.
Oh, hurrah!
Ooh.
No, the bloody Russians have pulled out of the war.
Oh.
And they've abandoned the Eastern Front.
And they've overthrown Nicholas II, who used to be bizarre.
If I laugh, I'll probably be doing that to hold my face.
You'll recall the French army last year at Verdun, where the top echelons suffered from horrendous uprisings from the bottom. And now that the Ruskies have followed suit, I'm damned if I'm going to let the same thing happen here.
Oh.
Of course not.
We're going to have a concert party to boost the men's morale.
Good idea, good idea.
Well, frankly, sir, I'd rather spend an evening on top of a stepladder in no man's land, smoking endless cigarettes through a luminous balaclava.
Obviously not a tough, grizzled soldier like yourself, but some kind of damp-eyed Nancy boy who'd be prepared to spend the rest of the war in the London Palladium. It's no good crushing a revolution over here, only to get back home to Blighty and find that everybody's wearing overalls and breaking wind in the palaces of the mighty.
Good point, sir.
Then again, you've got to raise the morale in the trenches too.
Well, the first question is, do you like Charlie Chaplin?
Dismissed, Lieutenant.
Oh, George.
To which my answer would, of course, be, yes, I love him.
Obviously.
Funny, sir, because I thought you said...
Goodbye, George.
Of course. He's terrible with George, isn't he? I feel sorry for George. I love Hugh Laurie, I think.
Oops, Mr. Rothschild, how your apples
You, Blackadder, that the kind of person who would answer yes to both of those questions would be ideal for the job. Wait a minute. Why, without knowing it, Blackadder, you've inadvertently shown me...
Oh, surprise, surprise.
Have I, sir?
Has he?
A couple of shows over the weekend, and if all goes well, we'll start you off in London next Monday.
Oh, damn.
Oh, no, such a pity.
Pushing and carrying and backstage and so on, I'll lend you my driver if you like. Bob!
Driver Parkhurst reporting for duty, sir.
All right, at ease, Bob. Stand easy.
Bob.
Bob?
Bob.
Unusual name for a girl.
Bob.
It's a perfectly straightforward
Bob.
name for a young chap like you, eh, Bob?
We all know Bob, don't we?
He, sir, he.
You see? You're laughing already. Bob, I'll leave you two together. Why don't you get to know each other, play a game of cribbage, have a smoke, something like that. They tell me that Captain Blackadder has rather a good line in Rough Shag. I'm sure he'd be happy to fill your pipe. Carry on.
Bob's in this episode. Is there someone else going to be in this episode? Please?
I want to see how a war is fought so badly.
Well, you've come to the right place, Bob.
Just a bit, yeah.
He fought this badly since Olaf the Hairy, High Chief of all the Vikings, accidentally ordered 80,000 battle helmets with the horns on the inside.
Therefore, horns were never worn on the
I
outside
want to
either.
do my bit for the boys, sir.
Oh, really?
I'll do anything,
Be
sir.
Yes, I'd keep that to yourself if I were...
Yeah, I was going to say, love, don't say anything to that.
And then after that, we have, ladies and gentlemen, the highlight of our show.
Ta-da!
Oh, I like the dress, George.
I feel fantastic.
I love the colour of that dress.
The traditional soldier's drag act.
You look absolutely lovely, sir.
He does. I love that dress. It's gorgeous.
Well, at least you made an effort with the dress. What about your costume, Baldrick?
I'm in it, sir.
I see. So your Charlie Chaplin
Yeah,
costume
the dress is gorgeous.
consists of that hat.
In this box, I have a dead slug as a brilliant false
I was
moustache.
wondering what he was going to do with the He can't really do a proper moustache, though, can he? Considering he's in the war, he'd have to. No. Although, yes.
Slugs are always a problem. What you've got to do is screw your face up like this, you see? And then you can clamp it between your top lip and your nose.
What?
That one might actually help with an expression as well.
Good Lord, Mr. Chaplin. This is indeed an honour. Why, it calls for some sort of celebration. Baldrick, Baldrick!
Sir, that is extraordinary because you see, this isn't Chaplin at all. This is Baldrick.
Yes! It's me, sir!
I know.
Some people seem to think that I was best. Would you agree?
There are tribes of Indians as yet untouched by civilization who've developed more convincing Charlie Chaplin impressions than yours.
Oh, thank you very much, sir.
Okay.
What do you think, Bob? One more?
Good. I think he looks really good. I'm glad he's actually getting appreciation for once. He deserves it.
I mean, tell me honestly, sir, I was, wasn't I?
Well...
No, come on, sir. Up with it, because...
No, you were wonderful, George.
No, but please, come on, I can take it. I was hopeless.
George, you were bloody awful.
Oh, no, you weren't. You were lovely. Didn't see it.
Personally, I thought you were the least convincing female impressionist since Tarzan went through Jane's handbag and ate her lipstick. But I'm clearly in a minority. Look out, London. Here we come.
Everybody else loved him, and that's what matters.
Well, it was mostly awful, but I enjoyed the slug balancer.
Hey, you enjoyed it, no matter what it was.
I should esteem it a signal honour if you would allow me to escort your leading lady to the regimental ball this evening. The fair Georgina.
Ah, very amusing.
You think she'll laugh in my face? I'm too old, too crusty?
No?
She's oh, dear, sir.
I'm afraid I could not allow
I
it.
could always find another director who would allow it.
Oh, dearie me. This is going to be awkward.
I shall, of course, respect your wishes, Blackadder. However, I don't think you need to be quite so protective. I'm sure she's a girl with a great deal more spunk than most women you find.
He's not wrong.
Absolutely not, sir. It's profoundly immoral and utterly wrong. I will not do it.
We can always find another leading lady.
Well, the dress will need a clean.
One, you must never, I repeat, never remove your wig.
All right.
Second, never say anything. Third is most important. Don't get drunk and let him shag you on the veranda.
Oh, dear, this is going to be so awkward and...
Like a privet hedge.
Good, because I want to catch a particularly beautiful creature in this bush tonight.
Excuse me, sir.
Darling.
Yes, sir? I don't know, sir.
Oh, don't butt in. I want to make you happy, darling.
Well, that's very kind of you, sir.
I want to make you happy, darling. I want to build a nest for your 10 tiny toes. I want to cover every inch of your gorgeous body in pepper and then sneeze all over you.
Really, sir? I must protest.
Ew, even she wouldn't like that. Ew.
So sudden, sir. I mean, the nest bit's fine, but the pepper business is definitely out.
Oh, poor darling. I love him.
Honestly, darling, you really are the most graceless, dim-witted bumpkin I ever met.
I don't think you should say that to her.
I love darling. He's so sweet. He's funny as hell. I do like Tim.
Oh, I don't know. It's all been like a dream, my very first ball. The music, the dancing, the champagne. My mind is a mad whirl of half-whispered conversation.
Oh, boy. How bad is the fallout going to be for this?
We tired the moon with our talking about everything and nothing.
Talking?
War, marriage, proposed changes to the LBW rule.
Talking?
Richard isn't married, is he? George, are you trying to tell me that you are the General's perfect
Oh,
woman?
no.
Well, thank God the horny old blighter didn't ask you to marry him.
Bit of a problem.
Oh, after all, sir, he is a general. I didn't really feel I could refuse. He might have had me court-martialed.
He will have you court-martialed. He'll shoot you himself.
And finds himself looking at the last turkey in the shop.
You see, he got me squiffy, and then when he looked into my eyes and said, "Chipmunk, I love you."
Chipmunk!
Chipmunk.
Yeah, but it's his special name for me, you see. He says
Oh,
my nose
boy.
looks just like a chipmunk's.
Oh, God. We're in serious trouble here. If the General
If it
ever
was
finds
anybody
out that
other
gorgeous
than-
Georgina...
Stephen Fry and Hugh Laurie, this would be a bit more uncomfortable, but it works because it's them, you know?
That was your fiancée. Chipmunk.
Oh, this is so bad.
If I should die, think only this of me. I'll be back to get you.
Oh, this is so bad.
I'm in love with Georgina, Blackadder. I'm going to marry her on Saturday, and I want you to be my best man.
I bet Darling's not happy about that.
Because there's something wrong with your fiancée, sir.
Oh, my God, she's not Welsh, is she?
I've lived in Wales for several years, thank you very much. I love it.
Unfortunately, she was in such a daze, she danced straight through the trench and out into no man's land. I tried to stop her, but before I could say, "Don't tread on a mine," it was more a cluster of mines, and she was blown to smithereens, and as she rocketed up into the air, she said something...
Yeah, but George is going to fuck this up now, isn't he?
Oh, it's heartbreaking, sir.
I'm sorry, sir.
Oh, well, can't be helped, can't be helped.
Oh, no.
And of course, on top of everything else, without your leading lady, you won't be able to put on the show.
Very true.
I was simply intending to rename it. The Georgina Melchett Memorial Show.
Oh, no. Georgina was the only thing that made the show come alive.
Very true.
Yes, you'll never find another girl like Georgina by tomorrow.
Well, it's funny you should say that, sir, because...
Her sister, right?
Who is she?
Who is she?
So come on, sir, who is she?
Well, that's the problem, isn't it? I haven't a bloody clue. The only attractive
Okay.
woman around here is carved out of
Bob.
stone.
Bob. Bob and Bob.
Morning, chaps.
Morning, Bob.
Morning, Bob.
You can say that again, George. We're in the stickiest
Oh.
situation.
It's Bob. Right? Are we going to run into the next episode for this one? Because it's Bob. Beautiful,
May I
Baldric.
present My
Cunning plan.
Don't be ridiculous, Baldric. Can you sing? Can you dance?
At least he's made more of an effort with his costume this time.
I don't think those things are important in a modern marriage, sir. I offer simple home cooking.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
No. It's the worst plan since Abraham Lincoln said, "Oh, I'm sick of kicking around the house tonight. Let's go take in a show." For a start.
I want to keep laughing, but my face is hurting.
What about Corporal Cartwright, sir?
Corporal Cartwright looks like an orangutan. I've heard of the bearded lady, but the all-over body hair lady, frankly, just isn't on.
Willis?
Too short.
Bob's going to end up having a talent as well as being Bob.
Oh, this is hopeless. There just isn't
You're going to sing
anyone.
and... Yep, singing.
Goodbye, wipe the tear, baby dear, from your eye.
Wow, she can really sing.
Bob!
Sir?
And she even comes out wearing a towel from that.
Congratulations, Bob. I have to admit, I thought you were bloody marvellous.
Thank you, sir. Permission to slip into something more uncomfortable, sir.
Permission granted.
Blackadder.
Ah, darling. Everything all right?
Oh, yes.
Got the tickets?
Oh, yes.
Ah.
Blackadder?
He's enjoying that way too much. What's gone wrong?
If by a man's word shall he know him, then you are a steaming pile of horse manure.
What's
Surely,
wrong?
sir, the show was a triumph.
A triumph? The 3 twerps were 1 twerp short.
That's the joke.
The crowning turd in the water pipe. The revolting drag act at the end.
Drag act?
Yes, poor Bob Parker is being made to look a total arse.
The actual woman, he thinks is a drag act.
The Americans joined the war yesterday.
So how is that going to improve the men's morale?
Yeah.
Oh, because, you gibbering imbecile, they've brought with them the largest collection of Charlie Chaplin films in existence.
Oh, yay.
We received a telegram this morning from Mr. Chaplin himself at Senate Studios.
Oh, boy.
Twice nightly screening of my films in trenches. Excellent idea. But must insist E. Blackadder be projectionist.
Nah.
Oh, P.S. Don't let him ever stop.
Nah.
No hard feelings, eh, Blackadder?
Not at all, darling. Care for a licorice also?
Not the slug. Okay, no, it's dead, but Baldrick's not going to be pleased. Okay. This tells me we're getting Bob for one more episode. Because I'm fairly certain we get a certain someone again. Right, because I know we got him in the second season. And I'm pretty sure we get him again. And I'm thinking next episode. I'm very excited. Do not tell me. But I'm fairly certain we get in the next episode, and I'm very excited for that. I think George looked lovely. Hugh Laurie looked lovely in that dress. He really, actually really did look good in it. But you put Bob in it, you're going to get that certain other person, right? Right? You got to. But I love the fact that the actual person who was the man who was an actual drag, Melchett thinks is a woman. And the woman who had been in drag as a drag king, technically, he now thinks is actually a man in drag. Oh boy. But I gotta say, for the time that this was released, it was used as a joke and stuff like that, but they didn't go too far and make it a really bad joke making fun of drag queens and stuff like that. They obviously used it as a joke and things like that, but they didn't make it like go too far with it and make it like, God, this is too, no, this is bad, you know? Like obviously there was a joke and stuff like that, but I know what I want to say, but because my brain's not 100% and that I can't word it the way I want to, they didn't go too far with it, if that makes sense. I know what I want to say, I just can't get it from there to there. When they started doing the drag thing, I was like worried, like, oh God, this is gonna be dated, if you know what I mean. Like when they do like drag like stuff, or like stuff to do with like the LGBTQ plus community and things like that in like older shows like 80s, even 90s, 2000s and stuff like that, it would be badly done and stereotyped and things like that. I don't personally, for me, I don't think that was done badly. Considering like when this is set and things like that, I don't think it was done badly. I think that was handled really well, considering it's Blackadder and things like that. I don't think that was handled badly. And it was funny. They could have done the jokes more, but they did it really well. And yeah, I think Hugh looked really good in that outfit. The makeup was really tasteful as well. They didn't like go overboard with his makeup, make the makeup over the top either. And the Charlie Chaplin stuff with the slug mustache was good. They could have gone. They were tasteful with that. They didn't do an actual like. They used a longer mustache because, like, obviously Charlie Chaplin's mustache, it was a little bit shorter, and it might not have gone over well with an army audience, would it? It might not have gone over so well. Or especially if he's struggling to balance it. If he was doing the slapstick, falling over, that kind of thing, it probably would have gone over well, like seeing somebody that looked like that certain person falling over, hurting himself. That would have gone over well. But I think it was a fun episode. It was funny. I feel sorry for George a lot of the time, but it was nice seeing him being appreciated. The way Blackadder, it's like, I like how like Blackadder's like, oh no, I don't like this. And as soon as Melchett comes in, oh yes, I absolutely love it. But the way poor George is like, oh no, I feel sorry for George. But it was nice seeing him being appreciated by some people for once. But I think it worked, like, part of the reason that, like, the Georgina, Melchett stuff worked well is because it was Stephen. We didn't see them together, but it worked well because it was believable because it was Stephen and Hugh, you know? For me personally. But I didn't laugh as much as I wanted to. I wanted to laugh more, but I didn't because it didn't hurt as much as I thought it might have. But it's just, I was a bit more restrained because to me, personally, I do feel like I'm a bit swollen like there. Because it is more there at the moment. But it's just, I couldn't, it was getting a bit sore. So I'm going to give it a bit of a break before I try and record anything else. Luckily, I think if I record anything else, it'd be Cowboy Bebop, which isn't, I say it's not so as many jokes. I bet this next episode is probably going to be a really funny one. But that was funny. Really funny. As always. And I do have a feeling a certain someone's going to pop up in the next episode, which I am really fucking looking forward to. And my head just really wants to say woof right now. And that's all I'm going to do. But yeah, classic episode. I think it was handled really well and stuff like that. Bob was great seeing them again. She had a beautiful voice. She looked great in her dress too. And I'm looking forward to the next one. Tim was great as always. I love how they do the darling joke. Really liked it. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the next episode. And I'd love to know what you guys thought of this episode. No spoilers for the rest of the season. And yeah, if you enjoyed the reaction, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Give the notification bell a tick, you know when the next episode goes live. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you again for the next one. Bye.